Please, survive. Survive, X. Live for me. You'd almost fully evolved to your true self. It's a shame you didn't quite make it, Zero. You had so much potential. Oh well. Farewell. Well, it's only you now, X. I will let you live this time. But I won't be so kind next time. And there will be a next time. See you soon. You, the strongest Reploid. I'm losing my strength and energy. I can't see anything. Zero, don't leave. Please, stand by me. I'll protect you. Zero. That was the end of that level. I think there's one more stage?
Mm-hmm.
You know what? I think I could go a little further. I'm getting a stronger energy reaction from point 1145646. The energy is too strong to get an accurate data sample. I must be reading Sigma. I can't think of anyone but Sigma. Sigma's behind all of this. No, you think? You know, with the whole incident involving the Sigma virus. I won't stop you from going to fight anymore. I leave everything in your hands. Alright. Last stage, I believe.
I love how the other stages, it was a faded image of Sigma, and now it's like a very clear portrait.
Oh yeah!
Neat little touch.
This music. I think this particular song got referenced a lot in that Japanese website, Nico Nico Doga. But yeah, no, this song is so good. Oh! Accidentally found the boss room, but okay.
Alright, so who are you heading into first?
Slash Grizzly.
Okay, so it's gonna be Crestland. Okay.
Alright,
so...
Spike Ball.
So, when it comes to Grizzly, let's... What the hell? Huh. Oh, there we go. So, the developer comments for Grizzly here. Actually, he started off as a pig. I wanted him as a large-ish boss. So I'd established him as a pig with poison gas. But I was worried over how ethical poison gas would be as a weapon. And the reason why he's questioning this is because at the time, there was a terrorist attack on the Tokyo subway involving sarin gas.
Oh,
I believe it's pronounced.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it was one of those things. So I scrapped the idea.
Oops.
He's the first boss, but I wanted him to be big and impressive, but all bark and no bite. So I got some feedback from my seniors here and decided to make him a bear. The instant I decided on bear, I easily figured out his attack methods and name. And yeah, for the designer comments, I drew Grizzly to look like a construction foreman, the kind of guy you'd want to call boss. He has heavy machinery on one hand and has a neck like a log from working out.
I'd believe it. Also, did they ever actually...
Being that he's a Japanese bear, literally ring around the moon bear, I was lost as to how to make the moon marking, but I eventually inserted it as part of the structure around his neck.
I can kind of see it. Alright, there we go.
Let's see here.
So, Crescent Grizzly's down.
Alright, so who's next?
That might have been a waste. Let's see, this one. This one might be Squid Adler or Volt Kraken?
Yeah, I was gonna say, that looks like Volt Kraken stage. Yep, alright.
Goo Shaver.
So for Volt Kraken... So... You can fight these bosses when you don't require, you know, their item anymore for whatever reason. Like, for, you know, whatever you've done, like if you've prematurely launched the rocket or fired the missile or whatever. So what Volt Kraken says when you don't need the energy cartridge is, what made you come here, X? Darn, he's already become a maverick, so I lost another comrade. Have I lost everything? I don't want to have to fight you. Then be a nice boy and die here. I'll terminate you like you did to Octopus. Now, for developer comments, I decided from the start that I was going to combine a squid with electricity. I fiddled comparatively with his movement in the game up until the very end. Previously, I wanted to invent a pretext for fighting with Octopold, Japanese version of Launch Octopus. But when it came to thinking up the dialogue, it came to me in a flash. Why don't I make this guy, once again, censorship? I don't understand why. Thinking up the dialogue myself, I got a bit worried. Well, no, I got sick of it, so I had Zero express my feelings at that point.
Ah.
And you'll see that when you play Zero's thing, but yeah.
Alright. Next one.
And who's this one?
Matrox, I think. Or Dino-Rex. Oh no, Izzy Glow.
Izzy Glow, alright.
Shining Firefly.
Okay. So when you don't need the laser device, he's like, whoa, I feel dizzy. I seem to be infected by the virus. I'm feeling an urge to attack you. Doctor, are you alright? Come to the Hunter base with me. No, it's too late. I'm losing consciousness. No, he's become a maverick. Doctor, please rest in peace. And this boss was settled on from the start. He's not plain evil, he's an intelligent, stubborn professor. I think he got a design that nicely echoes my mental image of him. He's actually a goof-up, though. I screwed up his coloring in the middle of designing him. There were two versions, red and yellow, and I decided on yellow. But things went crazy, and I had a dot picture made of him with the unaccepted red. I noticed this at the last stages of development, but by then it was too late.
Ah.
Now, oh yeah, for designer comments, the majority of an actual Firefly's body is blackish, so I designed him that way. But I didn't want people to start thinking, is this a cockroach? I thus considered red, yellow, or white, as in a doctor's coat. Ultimately choosing red, he's a red-faced old man. His white mustache and glasses convey he's a scientist. The red stripe I put along the top of his head is supposed to be a sort of balding look. Also, real quick, back to Volt Kraken real quick, because I never read his designer comments. Seeing as he's a squid, he'd have plenty of legs, but if we honestly gave him all 10, he'd end up all pulpy looking. I therefore tried giving him arms, legs, and 2 tentacles, equivalent to squid arm tentacles.
Yeah.
Always out for normal attack, plus 2 more stored away. These 2 would serve as his shoulder armor. And he has a section pointing down from his waist, which is supposed to give him the impression of the remaining two tentacles bundled together.
I can see that.
By the way, I love how this person says, I tried to convey a strong sense of speed while designing Kraken. It's like, yeah, you kind of did that with the rider section.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright, next one.
Also, yeah, one last little bit I forgot here.
Oop.
You might want to just pause real quick after we figure out who this is.
Spiral Pegasus.
Okay, so this is Pegasus. Okay, so interesting thing here. I thought Tri-Thunder sounded familiar, but I never realized this until now. He's not the first one. Volt Kraken's not the first one to have Tri-Thunder.
Yeah, no,
because Volt Catfish had it.
Volt Catfish.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like, oh yeah, that's right. He's also the fourth person to. Wait, no. Oh no, this is. What else is it? Oh yeah, one of 5 Mavericks. I'll mention that when it comes to Spiral Pegasus. Alright, go on ahead.
Alright.
So, Spiral Pegasus. When you don't need the Orbiter Wing, he says, I don't want to meet you in a situation like this. Not only this airport, but I too will be infected by the virus, and all will turn into Mavericks. Therefore, my destiny lies in your hands. Before I've totally lost my mind, please fight me, and make me accept my destiny. When Eurasia has crashed, he says, Halt, who are you? Pegasus, you've turned too. You're the one who killed the general. I'll kill you to avenge his death.
Ah.
So, this is our second shot in the fantasy series. In the previous game, X4, we went for a dragon motif. But as a rule for the X series bosses, fantasy types are not existing creatures, so it's hard to figure out. If it's hard to figure out, it becomes unavailable. Well, I broke that rule again this time. His attack method was easy to imagine, and he looked cool, so I decided on him fairly quickly. The fact that his attack resembles Eagleade's, Storm Eagle, is because I was heavily influenced by Cyber Mission Extreme, which I was making at the same time, so I tried making them similar on purpose. For designer comments, he's a soldier, so he's in uniform. I like him rather a bit, but I'd still like to rework the wings. When I was drawing this, I was listening to the theme to Captain Tsubasa over and over, which is a classic soccer manga anime.
Yeah.
Thus, we have the wings, Tsubasa, Link. I don't know if he'll make the best use of him or not. Now, interestingly enough, he's not actually... It seems like Spiral Pegasus isn't actually based on someone from Guns N' Roses, but someone who collaborated with them frequently.
Yeah, his localized name was the Skyver.
Yep. Also, interestingly enough, I don't know if you noticed, but he also used the Repliforce logo.
Yep.
Yep.
Nice attention to detail. Alright, next one.
What do we have here? Oh, this one's probably Dino Rex by the looks of it.
Yep.
Okay, so Dino Rex, let's see. Alright, so if you don't need... Alright, if you don't need the booster engine, he says, Maverick Hunter, the ones who bring death to Reploids. So you came here to kill me? I'm ready anytime. If you want to fight, I'm ready anytime if you want to fight me. Soon the Earth will be destroyed, and there's nothing to do now but fight to the death. And he says almost the same thing after Eurasia crashes, but instead of saying, so you came here to kill me, it's, so you came here to finish me. Alright, so... Developer comments. Our third shot in the fantasy series. Our first, by the way, was X4's Dragoon. I think the fantasy series will be discontinued after this. This character just didn't have enough capacity, and the designer in charge had a real tough time of it. Instead, we gave him a comparative abundance of attack patterns. Sorry about that. When I got the idea to have fire blowing out of his back, I felt the Illo seemed a lot cooler. I'm happy they gave him such a great name.
Yeah. To be fair, Bird Dino Rex is a pretty metal name.
Hmm.
Good thing I have the Ultimate Buster. because I am out of wing spiral. We never saw that attack first time around. There we go. I still love his face when he gets, like, hit stunned.
Yeah.
It's just like, "Blah. How could this happen to me?" Alright, next one.
Alright.
Spike Rose Red? Spike Rose Red.
Okay. Alright, so when you don't need the orbiter engine anymore, he says, "Hey, did you hear that? They say the Earth will be completely destroyed. Everyone is in a panic, I assume, and... Wait, that means we can steal anything we want, doesn't it? What a pathetic thief you are. Is that all you care about? Hey, we can work together and split the rewards. Or do you want to fight me? If so, I'll treat you. It'll be fun because you look strong. If you lose, you'll be my servant. Now let's fight." No. His rose motif was decided early on. I had a nasty thought that, being a rose, he'd probably be a flashy, conceited jerk. So I modeled him after the, Kakyon in me.
Oh,
Not sure if I'm pronouncing his name right, but it's a reference to JoJo, apparently.
Kakyoin, yeah, Hierophant Green.
Yep. With the idea for Zero's learned skill pretty much undecided, it was a tough job. I get the feeling the Twin Vision was the last skill to be decided on.
Twin Dream, yeah.
And yeah, I was gonna say that'd be like, yeah, it's Japanese version of Twin Dream, but yeah, at any rate, since he's a rose, I tried not designing him simply on that object's form, but forming his silhouette so that when he spreads his arms, he gives an overall physical impression of a flower pot rose. By the way, I found out in researching roses that they come in a whole variety of shapes and colors.
Mm-hmm. And I learned that, oddly enough, from Street Fighter 3. Because I believe it was, actually, no, I think it was Street Fighter 4, actually. Because if I remember right, in Dudley's ending, he notices something about a wild rose, except it's white and its petals looked more like a daisy than a stereotypical rose.
Okay, so two really interesting things about Spike Rose Red here is that in the prototype version of X5, if you use a game code, you can fight Split Mushroom in his stage.
Huh.
And hold on one moment here. In the Rockman X5 manhwa, Spike Rose Red has very sharp teeth covered by his faceplate.
Yeah. And
I'll post a picture of that because holy shit, that is freaky as hell.
And yeah, I believe I mentioned it in a previous stream, but in the lore of X5, wasn't Spike Rose Red a mutated Reploid?
Let me check in a moment. I'm just posting the thing in MEGAMAN.
Oops. Alright, let me take a look. Holy fuck, that actually is freaky!
Let's see.
Especially with that.
He originated from a very rare mutation between a Reploid, the nature control unit of a Ukrainian jungle, and the Sigma virus.
Oh, so he's a hybrid. Alright.
It was observed that the mutation process always results in them becoming mavericks. So I guess that one was always a maverick after all.
Tidal Whale.
Although it says here he hid himself away to, yeah. Alright, so who are we up with?
Tidal Whale.
Now? Ah, Tidal Whale. Oh, okay.
Also
so when you
as...
don't need the hydrogen anymore, he says the sea... Oh, what's up?
I was going to say, he's also known as Duff McWhalen.
Hmm.
Which actually does sound like a sailor name, now that I think about it.
Yeah. The sea is already dead. X. I'm a man of the sea. I want to share the same destiny as the ocean. I've already been infected by the virus too. Do me a favor. Fight me and let me rest in the ocean in peace. So, this is a boss that got vetoed for X4. He got nixed because it was difficult to personify a whale. If he wasn't humaniform to some extent, he wouldn't look boss-like. I actually wanted to make him about as big as Gabadados, which is basically Frost Walrus, but he ended
Ah.
up rather compact. No matter how you tinker with a whale, it still looks like a whale, so I finished this one up comparatively easily. It's a bit of a shock, though, that even though he's a whale, he's smaller than a walrus. While this guy was being developed, he got impossibly strong when his power dropped, making me feel like crying.
Alright, and that means the last one is Dark Necrobat.
One last thing, though. His Japanese name, Makokian, or Koin, is a portmanteau of Mako and Kujira, which means sperm whale.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
So, yep. And for Dark Necrobat, when you don't need the fuel tank, Squeak, I've been waiting for you. Hey, don't you understand what's happening? Squeak, who cares? In situations like this, everyone dies. Not only Mavericks, but also Maverick Hunters. Squeak, but just to make sure, I'll kill you myself. This was also influenced by a certain manga, so perhaps they asked the designer, can we please give him a bat XXRAS feel? It's the character manga he refers to might be Karas, but the name is Komori question mark RAS, where question mark is one kana blotted out.
I think
However,
so.
as you can see from the results, he finished up as a smart design, and I really like it. Just before the game was completed, we discovered a bug that made the Darkhold perpetually freeze the game. Gave me a real chill. Being a bat, he was established as draining his opponent's energy, so in short, he was Count Dracula. And I gave him a form straight from that, a monster in full dress. He's the only one in this game to have the Sigma mark on him.
And as you might notice, he does have a monocle look on him.
Yep, yeah, I was just gonna say, his right eye is a monocle about him. But yeah, they definitely went for the Count Dracula look and everything. Yeah. And yeah, that looks... Yep, that's it then.
Oh, right! Oh. Whew! Stopped him from using his Dark Hold. That actually was a pretty dramatic way to use the, Giga attack. Alright, Alright, gold teleporter. You know what that means. Ooh, 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 ooh. Dang it. Okay. You know what? I might as well do this to make use of it. I thought that would heal it up more. So I ended up wasting it. Great. Oh boy, Yoku blocks! Although I will say these particular Yoku blocks are actually pretty cool. Alright. One long corridor before the Final boss of the level. We know what that means. Ooh, cool background. Impressive. The #1 Reploid. You are. You came much earlier than I expected. Why? Why did you do this? Because of Zero. To awaken Zero from his false self. What? I've conducted thorough research and reached a tremendous result. I wanted to find out what Zero truly is and scatter the virus all over the Earth to purify his body.
Silver, oh dear.
What happened?
Your stream disconnected. I don't know how long it's been disconnected.
It says 27 minutes ago. What? But it's
Son of a bitch.
It's acting fine.
Wait, okay, maybe I just needed to refresh or something, because on my end the stream was actually disconnected. The COCOM was fine though, but
it must
okay.
have,
I guess everything was okay then.
It must have disconnected only briefly. Let's see. Yeah, but the amount of the virus was insufficient. So I used the rundown colony, making it a virus colony, and let it land on the Earth. You know the outcome, don't you? You almost annihilated the Earth for that? You're sick! Fortunately, there are those handy guys called Maverick Hunters, ever ready and able to come to the rescue, and I knew the Earth would be safe and sound. But alas, most of the hunters have also become Mavericks. That was a close one. You. How many hunters have been lost because of you? I'll never forgive you for this. You're going to pay for what you've done.
And just like in X1, he throws his cape away, and actually, speaking of, his movements are very much like his X1 self.
Yep.
Also, as if to match the insanity of his plan, this form is called Psycho Sigma.
I'd believe it.
The only thing he's missing is his beam saber.
Yeah.
Also, his form is Tri-Thunder.
Ah.
His weakness, I mean.
Oh yeah, that does a lot of damage to him.
Wow, that's something I never remember him doing. Like summoning those Sigma virus aberrations around him.
Yeah. And apparently the Tri-Thunder also destroys them. Ooh, that's a close one. I am gonna want to use that.
Hey. Y'all good?
Yep. Just kind of in concentration mode.
Gotcha. Well, I'm still trying to figure out. The issues.
Yeah. Got him. And as it goes with every Sigma fight, that was only phase 1.
Oh, wait, you're in the end game now?
Yeah,
Is that the final boss?
that was only phase 1 that I just did.
Gotcha.
The #1 hunter you are, X. The stronger you are, the more I want to destroy you. It was pointless to have Zero fight you. After all, you are the #1 hunter. You show no mercy for enemies or comrades. Shut up. Where are you? There he is. Here I am. You can challenge me at any time. I have delightful news. I've recently acquired a new partner. He has been very supportive. He seems to have created quite a few robots, and he gave me the toughest body that you will ever see. You got here sooner than I expected, so it is not yet complete, but it is enough to defeat you. He is an excellent partner. I believe you two know each other. In fact, he used to be a comrade of yours. He was very persistent about you, and that makes him very helpful to me. You see, X, there is someone other than me who hates you. Now feel our combined rage and die, but not before suffering horribly. Goodbye, X. Whoop. Ow.
And the weakness for this guy is the spike ball.
Spike ball, got it.
Spikes.
Spikes. Whoop.
Spikes aren't good.
Oh. Okay. Ah.
Also, neat touch here is that that's the exact same head that you fought at the beginning of the game.
So it is. Oh, I got crushed.
Also, there's no real evidence to support this little idea about that final boss, but I mean, it's fairly obvious at this point, even before, you know, like an X4, like who created Zero and everything.
Yep.
You know, and who Sigma's referring to. Also, the fact that that final form is known as, I think it's called Final Sigma W. Something? Yeah, Final Sigma W. Yeah, so I like to think that that huge armor is actually maybe a reference to Gamma.
Would make sense.
Because I think that's the only boss fight in the classic series that you fight like that, where you have to, like, jump on the hands and everything.
Oh, I see what it was. So, a couple of instances were because I used the Giga attack, and it actually disengaged me from using one of the Maverick weapons. Because I used the Ultimate Armor's Giga attack.
Oh yeah, you also get another achievement for getting the ultimate.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Alright. So I guess I'll have to be more careful with that Giga attack. Ah! Freaking. I pressed the wrong button there. Well, at the very least, because of the way this game works, I am at a checkpoint. There we go. All right. He's almost dead. Oh, jeez. Got him. Oh, darn. But I'll never die alone. I'll take Zero down with me. No, stop using Zero as a shield. Isn't it painful to have to watch while others suffer? You can put up with your own pain, but can't bear to see others, especially Zero, harmed, can you? I'm taking Zero, the one most important to you, to the underworld. Goodbye, X. Uh, 'tis but a scratch.
Scratch your arms off.
No, it isn't.
What's that then?
I've had worse.
You lie.
Come on, you pansy! Sorry, had to. I had to start with the reference. Not yet. Actually, I want you to rest and relax for now. Hold on, X. Just for a few more moments. Forget all the painful memories. Let's see. 1 week from then, it got better. X, don't you remember anything about what happened? You're still on about that? The answer is no, I don't remember anything. You see? You and Zero are both special A level hunters for all to see. You worked together and solved a lot of problems. I remember Sigma. His name doesn't leave me. But I don't have any memory of Zero. Maybe whoever repaired me deleted the data by mistake. Did he really delete your memory? Hey, stop it now. We'd better think it's a miracle that X came back safely. It truly is a miracle. Not only did he come back, but without so much as even a scratch. It's hard to repair the bodies of X and Zero because they're still a mystery. It's not a miracle, I bet. You never believe it's a miracle. I'm not interested in miracles. I don't think Reploids dream of miracles either. But why was only Zero's memory data deleted from X? I have no idea. Maybe it disappeared by itself? Otherwise, it was deleted on purpose. Besides, there's a protection now. He won't even accept data related Zero. I couldn't program such a protection. We've got another mystery about X. X, although it will take time, I think this battle will lead to peace. It will. We need to work harder for that. For peace. What's your private dream? Huh? I've never thought about it. Well, I've got it. I want to create Elysium. Elysium? Yes. It's a paradise where the human race coexists with Reploids peacefully. Yes, that is my dream. I'd like to create Elysium. Someday in the near future. I wish Zero were here. Huh? You're talking about Zero again? No, nothing. Elysium. Oh yes, I'll do it someday.
And that's how the X series splits off into Legends.
Let's see. And this is also technically where, like, the canon ending for the X series goes, because I believe 6, 7, and 8 are sort of just continuations of the X era. 6 was kind of just Capcom going behind Keiji Inafune's back and making another game while everybody was waiting for Mega Man Zero. But yeah, that is it for the X run of Mega Man X5. I guess tomorrow we can start doing the Zero run. Let's see. Yeah, for as simple as it is, given her first
Oh, here we go.
Hmm?
Okay, I was trying to find it, but yeah. So it seems the actual canon ending, at least for how well, then again, I guess we don't know what the actual canon ending is meant to be, really. I mean, one could argue that the way X's story ends like that is how it was originally meant to be, but in when Mega Man X6 starts up, it basically confirms that what actually happened was the whole plan with launching the shuttle, it destroying most of Eurasia, and Zero landing safely out of his escape pod is what actually happens. But,
Oh, yeah.
yeah. I mean, it seems more likely that, given the original idea that Inafune had for this, it seems more likely that the ending we just saw would have probably been the
canon ending?
would have been either the canon ending or the other ending where X has Zero's saber, given how the Zero series starts with X's Cyber Elf form actually giving him the saber, so
Oh, yeah.
yeah, one way or the other.
Let's see.
Although, then again, the Z series kind of had to be rewritten because of, this other stuff that happened. But, yeah, well. Another little detail kind of proving that this was meant to be it. I forget where it's mentioned, but it's hypothesized that Sigma can't resurrect himself because he spread his virus so far that he can't
I think he even mentioned that in that cutscene before we fought him. It was like everybody was getting infected, so without no new bodies to infect, he would have stopped spreading the virus and as a result died out.
Yeah, I gotta. Alright.
All right. And I just heard the jingle that I got another achievement.
Hooray for achievement.
Actually, you got 2 achievements.
Yeah, one for beating Sigma.
One for actually deleting. Oh, you're reading it, I guess. Yep.
I believe it was one for actually beating Sigma.
Yep.
Yep.
And the other is for completing it outside of Rookie Hunter mode.
Yep. All right, so if
I love how the achievement for that is as long as I have the saber. Because the ending we saw, 1, he doesn't have the saber, and 2, he wants nothing to do with Zero anyway, so...
if I remember right, wasn't there a cheat code that the original version would tell you about at the end of the credits? Or am I thinking
think
X6?
so, but the cheat code is... Well, either way, the cheat code is to get the ultimate armor, which we already got.
Oh, in that case. Alright, yeah, I guess tomorrow we'll start the Zero run, then. Alright, in the meantime, let's see who we can raid.
You raid someone.
We can raid someone, yes. Huh. Oh, no.
What's up?
Tom Fox had a, Oh, Tom Fox's most recent stream was something about the fan to his Wii breaking. So, all right. We haven't raided Gaijin Goomba in a while. So, let's see. What other channels are there? There's also Mayumi. Yeah, there's actually quite a few options. Yeah, let's go ahead and raid Gaijin Goomba. We haven't done that in a while. Yeah, you know what? I think GG in particular would like our default raid message.
Who?
Gaijin Goomba.
Oh, okay.
Because his whole thing is he knows a lot about Japanese culture, so it would only make sense that we raid him with our default message. Nobody expects the Shinobi Inquisition.
Oh, here it is. As hypothesized by Alia earlier in the game, Sigma is severely weakened and unable to resurrect himself anymore due to the stress of spreading his Sigma virus around the globe.
Ah, yes.
The thing is, I don't remember where Alia says anything like that. I don't know, maybe I
Yeah,
just missed it.
maybe we did miss it, yeah.
Hmm.
Either missed it or straight up forgot it.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, I missed.
Okay, so tomorrow we'll start the zero run. Oh, I need to set up a new batch of games to play after this rotation because after I finish the zero run, the next game I'll be playing will be Wizards and Warriors 2.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so that's gonna be fun. Um,
No.
all right. Let's go ahead and raid. I will see you guys later.